I moved into apartment 4B on a Tuesday. By Saturday, my next-door neighbor had already asked for my number. She was in her mid-30s. Stunning. Not fine, not pretty, stunning. The kind of woman who turned heads without trying. Supermodel attractive. And I won't lie, it surprised me when she took interest in me. I was 25 at the time. Decent looking, yes, but nothing special. I didn't fit into the tall, dark, and handsome mold. So when she started calling me, texting me, acting like she genuinely wanted to know me, I was flattered. At first, I thought she was just being friendly. Then the late-night calls became normal. The frequent texts became routine. And since I worked from home with flexible hours, I didn't mind. If anything, I liked the attention. Then came the gifts. Expensive watches, designer jewelry. When I asked why, she laughed it off. "I'm a jeweler," she said. "It doesn't cost me anything." 3 months passed like that. Calls, texts, gifts. And the strangest part was, in all that time, she had never once been inside my apartment. Until that evening, I was on the couch watching TV when she called. "I just made dinner," she said. "Mind if I bring some over? We could eat together." I told her I didn't mind. 15 minutes later, there was a soft knock at my door. When I opened it, my breath caught. She stood there holding a plate of food, wearing the skimpiest two-piece I'd ever seen in my life. Her body was deliberate, on full display, and right there, in that moment, I knew something. If she tried to seduce me, I wouldn't be able to resist. After what felt like forever, I stepped aside to let her in. She smiled, a slow, knowing smile, like she could read exactly what was going on in my head. I took the plate from her hands, pasta with chunks of chicken, and set it on the table. I got drinks, and we decided to watch Netflix while we ate. That's when I noticed something strange. She kept eating from one specific corner of the plate. Not randomly. One corner. Then, after 3 small bites, she pushed the plate toward me. "I'm not that hungry," she said. "I made this for you." I didn't think anything of it. My mistake. I had barely cleared a quarter of the plate when the dizziness hit. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Exhaustion, stress, long work hours. But then I glanced at her. She was sitting across from me, pretending to watch the TV. But I could see it. The way she watched me from the corner of her eye. Waiting. And the look on her face wasn't friendly anymore. It was predatory. And in that moment, I understood. I'd been drugged. Fear hit me like ice water. My heart pounded. My thoughts raced. And slowly, terrifyingly slowly, I felt myself getting weaker. I kept stealing glances at her, but that expression never left her face. It was almost like she was telling me, checkmate. I had to think fast. I excused myself and dragged my body into the bedroom. For a second, I thought about calling 911, but an image of her face flashed in my mind. That cold, hungry stare. And I knew something. Help wouldn't arrive in time. Whatever she wanted from me, it was closer than the police, closer than the law, closer than hope. So I needed a plan. Fast. I stumbled back into the living room. She looked startled, like I had ruined her timing. "My friend just texted," I said, forcing the words out. "He's in the elevator. Surprise visit." There was no friend. I was bluffing, but I was banking on one thing. Criminals hate witnesses. She stood up immediately. No questions, no hesitation. She left without even taking the food. The moment she crossed the threshold, I slammed the door and bolted it. Then, my legs gave out. I collapsed. When I woke up, it was late morning. I checked the time. I'd been unconscious for over 12 hours. My body felt like sandbags. My mouth was dry. And the silence in the apartment felt unnatural. I grabbed my phone. No calls, no texts. I searched her number. Gone. Her social media? Wiped clean. Every trace of her erased. It was like she never existed in the first place. But she did. Because the food was still on my table. And whatever she put in it was still in my blood. I sent a sample of the meal to a friend who worked in a lab. The result came back simple. Ketamine. I tried to make sense of it. She didn't need to drug me to sleep with me. I would have gone willingly. So why? Did she prefer her victims weak? Unresponsive? Helpless? I didn't report it. I didn't tell anyone. I kept it to myself, like a secret too ugly to share. 7 months later, I saw a news report. A man had been found tortured and killed in an apartment building across the state. Ketamine was in his bloodstream, and his next-door neighbor, missing. My stomach dropped, because the similarities were impossible to ignore. The drug, the neighbor, the disappearance, and suddenly, all those late-night calls, those gifts, that slow smile. They didn't feel like flirting anymore. They felt like grooming, like preparation, like she had been studying me, waiting. But could it really have been her? That beautiful, sweet, friendly woman, a killer? Maybe it was a coincidence. Or maybe I was supposed to be next. And the only reason I'm alive is because I lied about a friend in an elevator. I'll never know for sure. But I do know one thing. I never saw her again. And 7 months later, someone else did.